Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be talking about elemental missions. We're going to talk about how they work, what their rewards are. Let's go ahead and dig in. Now, elemental missions are one of the best things that I think they have added to the game. I think they are a way to make content a little bit more diverse. You get a little bit more rewards, and the rewards are actually super relevant. They're actually really good, which, you know, is not always the case. You know, you look at the rewards here and you're like, okay, some hammers, right? You know, maybe a few LB pots. But if you go to the high difficulty elemental party clear, look at this shit. This is 100 burst pots, 100 armor pots, you have gill snappers, you have magicite XLs, and then when you get to the next level, which is the 5th tier, you get the same thing again. And you can get this at 1, you can get this at 5, you can get this at 10. So these are one of the best kind of new, I wouldn't even call it quality of life, I would just call it kind of nice additions to kind of liven up things, make you change your party, which is probably the best thing, I think. And it's absolutely incredible. Now, there have been a couple bugs, I should say, because there's a lot of people who've been asking questions about this. You should only be able to get up to 9 elemental party clears right now. There are a couple people who actually have 10 on specific elements. They think it may have to do with last week and this week and the transition. I would tend to agree. It'll probably get fixed. You know, it's not going to be a huge deal, but just keep in mind, your numbers might not be 9 even across the board. You may have, you know, a little bit of a spread. So how do you know what's eligible for these elemental missions? Well, the elemental missions are basically for the brutal and the EX missions. So you can see here, when I click on this, the milestone clear high difficulty elemental party does pop up here, and you'll see that I've already cleared this mission on Dark and Earth, and that's going to give me kind of one of the wins towards those milestone achievements. I also have, you know, Cecil's more higher difficulty mission. Haven't cleared this at all with any elemental parties. Still looking good. You can do this on the Golbez quest, right? So we had 2 here, 2 for Cecil, so that's 4, right? We can also do it in the Warrior the Crystal mission for both of these actually, so that's 6. And then for all of the Lich missions, you can actually do it as well, and that is going to be 7, 8, and 9. Now, a lot of people may not be able to do the Nightmare difficulty Lich mission, but keep in mind, you know, if you are doing this mission, you don't have to get all the objectives, right? You know, one of the things that makes this really difficult, or this Nightmare tier mission difficult, is usually people are trying to get all of the objectives. No KO'd units, do not hire a companion, you know, they hold off on killing enemies to get the defeat 3 or more, you know, they would try to get the chain 3 or more, but you're kind of just going in and, you know, you can probably auto at least a couple of your elements, maybe not all of them. And, you know, not clearing it isn't going to be the biggest deal in the world. You can always get more of these missions, right, as more far plane events come out. And you're going to be able to kind of grind them out over a long period of time. Now, whether or not we'll see rewards all the way up to level 100, I don't know. I don't know how many clears we're going to be getting. It only counts as 1 clear, so you can only clear it once. You can't use skip tickets. So I couldn't say, come to the Lich quest here and switch over to my, you know, Earth team, run a skip ticket. Oh, okay, there we go. And this is not going to work. This is not going to get me an Earth party element only clear. I actually have to queue up and do the missions. So what am I running in my compositions? Kind of what have I done to set up? Well, I've actually changed how I run actually my entire setup. So you can see I actually went through here and I adjusted my entire setup. So my first slot is always empty. My second slot is my farm team. So this is going to be the team that I use to get my max score in guild battle. If I need to, you know, not worry about farming resonance, not worry about affinity or anything like that, this is the team that I use for fast clears, for clearing content. I have my chain composition, which is for getting multiple chains if a mission maybe has a chain 3 with no elemental requirement, right? And then I have different elemental parties for each composition, and I did try to synergize a little bit here. I did try to kind of balance everything. One of the things I was looking at, especially when you think about doing content like the Lich content, is mastery abilities. So like, for example, in a wind composition, I might not use Lucia because Lucia doesn't have a mastery ability. In a ice composition, this is actually a little risky. Not risky, I mean, it's powerful, but you know, I might consider putting Velric in instead of maybe Victora or Gilgamesh, putting Aranea in. I actually haven't edited this situation yet, but I would want to capitalize on all of those mastery abilities. So we're actually gonna just show you guys what I'm doing here. So I'll switch Aranea in to get that mastery ability for the party. We're gonna switch maybe Gilgamesh out because you also want to keep your 120s in, right? Keeping your 120s in is gonna be important. I can't remember if Valentine Salir has a mastery ability. I don't think Rosa does either, which is unfortunate because she just got her 120. It might be good to keep Rosa in. I could put Barrett in, or whenever I max out the ice select unit, I could put in. So we're gonna go ahead and leave Gilgamesh in for now. We'll leave Laswell in as well, but it's one of those things you want to think about, especially if you're trying to auto higher level content. You're going to want to look at your formations, make sure they're good. This is kind of a fun formation that I put together, but in all seriousness, I would probably consider some other fire units, right? I might even consider, you know, Seymour, King Mont, of course, I would want to put in here, but this is kind of a more, I don't know, unique, fun composition. But yeah, make sure you're thinking about all of this stuff as you're going through setting up parties. Honestly, I think to save yourself a lot of grief, you really just need to go in and adjust all of your formations now. I think that's the biggest thing. And if you didn't, you might not have had elemental parties before this, but I would just take, you know, 30 minutes to an hour, you know, go through here, clear out all of your old formations, have your JP farm ready to go, right? Your JP and resonance farm, and then just make it so that you can click on an element and easily clear. I think that's going to be kind of the best way to go about things. That's what I'm planning on doing. I don't anticipate it'll be too difficult. And I think we're at a point now where, you know, even with level 99 units, you can probably put together a mono element composition of some torp type, especially with select quests coming out. So I think we're all in a pretty good place for setting up mono element teams. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. I hope this was easily explained. Not the most exciting stuff, but someone's got to make a video like this and explain how this stuff works. So hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on stream later tonight. So catch you next time.